It's true. Bro, are you okay? What are you doing? What is this guy do? I want whatever he's having. Are you kidding me? Look at this guy. Oh my god. Please, serve me up.
G'day everyone, it's Jury94 here, and we're doing week 3 of Quick Save Gaming Streamer of the Week. Last week we had Frack Attack in, and it was really, really good. And yeah, so I'm excited to do another week for you guys and introduce you to another really awesome streamer. So this week, this streamer is a really nice streamer. She's very supportive, always in people's streams, just having a good time. Very, very bubbly personality on stream, and just a ton of fun to be involved with. So I'd like to introduce you guys to LemonCultGames.
Hi. So my name is Jen.
Okay.
Most of my viewers call me Lemon. I like candles. I like plants. I like a little bit of chaos. I like, try to keep things, like you said, bubbly. I try to keep things a little lighthearted and fun. But I also play piano, and I basically I'm a little chaotic, and it's fun and all over the place, but it makes for good streams.
I love it, because I
Yeah.
remember only a few weeks ago you were in that yellow rain, not rain hood.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
so
like
funny.
a Halloween cloak. Yeah. That was a thing.
Yeah,
That was a
that was awesome. I
Yeah,
loved it.
that was good. Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of games do you play?
So I play lots of games, actually, kind of a little bit of everything for the most part. The one thing I don't play are like first person shooters.
Mhm.
But the main types of games I play are open world RPGs in third person
Yep.
and simulation games. Those are the two main genres of games that I play
Yeah.
for the most part. But I do enjoy a good puzzle game and all that type of thing too. So.
Yeah. Awesome. I think the first time I saw you stream, you were playing Sims. So
Yeah, yeah,
staying true
yeah.
to The Sims.
Exactly, that's what I started with on the stream, that's kind of where that was, like, my roots, in Twitch or in Sims, so
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. What games are you currently playing right now?
So currently I'm playing, on stream, I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla mainly, but
Mhm.
I'm also playing Assassin's Creed, Odyssey, and I'm also playing Fallout 4, but in my own time, I've been playing, like, a lot of Animal Crossing, because there's a new update coming up, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
kinda what I'm doing on my own, so yeah, it's a huge thing.
I need to get back into
I'm
Animal
really
Crossing.
Yeah, you should, it's really exciting.
Yeah. It's got some big games there, though. Like, you're playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Odyssey, and Fallout. Those are
And
3
then
of
you
the
can start
biggest games
Animal
I know
Crossing.
of.
It's one of these things that's not like the other.
Yeah. What have you enjoyed playing most in your streams?
Probably Fallout 4.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons why, but like I mentioned before, I like chaos, and there's a lot of chaos in Fallout 4. Certainly in the gameplay and everything, but the glitches are just amazing, and a lot of people think those are immersion breaking. I think they're hilarious. So I think it's really fun to like find glitches in game on stream. You can really kind of, joke about it and milk a lot of content out of that.
I think the glitches, like, I think Bethesda and glitches just go hand in hand. You can't have a
Oh,
Bethesda game
yeah.
without those kinds of glitches.
Yeah, yeah, everyone likes to just say, "It just works."
It just works. It does. Like, Skyrim is also another big one. Have you
Yeah.
thought of like modding Fallout?
So I have DLC,
Mhm.
and that's all I've kind of done so far. I think I have, like, a mod that does, like, some updates on textures and stuff,
Yep.
but other than that, I haven't done any other mods. I have some in mind that I'd like to try, but I just haven't, like, taken the leap and done it yet. I'm
Yeah. Okay.
always really worried when it comes to mods sometimes, about, having problems with my game and the
Yeah.
save
Fair
files.
enough. What is your favorite game of all time?
So, this one took me a little bit to really kind of decide, but, I think in 2008 or 2009 was the first time I ever played World of Warcraft. And I basically have been playing that pretty consistently, a little off and on ever since. Now I'm not playing WoW now. I don't play it anymore.
Mm.
But I think just by the sheer amount of hours and the sheer amount of joy and happiness and the people I've met, um, that has to be my favorite game of all time. Like, it just is. I've literally met people in person that I've met, like, in WoW.
Yeah.
So it's been a really wonderful game for my life, and it's helped shape a lot of my gaming, like, preferences.
Mhm.
It's just been really wonderful. So I even though I don't play it, it's still my
Still
favorite of
your
all
favorite
time.
game. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
What is your favorite Pokemon?
Ninetales.
Ninetales? Sick.
100%. 100%. Not only is Ninetales cool, but the shiny Ninetales is white with, like, these blue tips on the tails. So good.
Isn't
You
there
can't go wrong.
isn't there the Ice Ninetales as well?
The Ice Ninetales? Oh, the Alolan form. You're
Yeah.
right, there is. Yeah, there is. I the Alolan form's kinda like, "Meh, whatever." I'm more about
The
I
OG.
like the original
Yeah.
exactly, I like the OG much better, but
Yeah.
the Alolan one's cool too. That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh,
It's fun.
that's cool. I like that. So who's your favorite streamer and or who do you get most of your inspiration from when you are streaming?
Yeah, so, my favorite streamer is actually a musician. Her name is, Nerdy Singer Kate,
Yep.
and she does a lot of by the name, obviously, she sings a lot of nerdy songs. She
Yep.
does, stuff from movies, from video games, like, musicals, all kinds of stuff, and she's hilarious. So, I get a lot of inspiration from her, like, in terms of, like, how she handles chat, the way that she responds,
Yep.
like, how her mods act. So I get a lot of really good, like, information from there, but believe it or not, a lot of my inspiration comes from streamers, like, the same size as me.
Yep.
Like, I like to look at people who are doing who are at the same kind of point in their streaming careers as I am,
Yep.
and I like to see what they're doing and what I think is working, what I like, what I don't like, and it's been really insightful to see. I think it's, very different to see that as opposed to just looking at the big streamers and what they're doing, right? So,
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good. It's good to look at
yeah.
your peers and see what they're
Yeah.
doing and letting that shape what you like and what you don't like because
Mhm.
they might be coming up with new ideas that may not be up in the big streamers yet, and you
Yeah.
may incorporate that into your stream and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
yeah, no, I 100% I agree with that, and that's probably the main reason why I've started doing these streamer of the weeks is to
Mhm.
help recognize some of the small streamers and what they do to just give their best quality stream that they can.
And, people can always steal ideas from me too, so that's okay. I'm okay
Maybe I'll
with
go
that.
on stream with a like yellow hood.
I would love to see that. I would kill to see that.
Why did you start streaming?
So it's actually kind of funny. When I was in high school, I always really wanted to do YouTube.
Mhm.
And I made some videos here and there and kind of flirted with the idea. And I kind of never really did anything. And then I did more videos when I was in college, some with my now husband, then boyfriend, some on my own, just playing games and stuff. And then I kind of restarted it more recently and started falling in love with it. And I was talking to my husband and we were talking about diversifying content and, we started talking about Twitch and what Twitch was like and maybe I could start doing that as well as YouTube. So I started doing Twitch and I fell in love with it and now YouTube's just way on the side. Like YouTube's not even in the picture anymore, at
Yep.
least not right now.
Yeah.
I've fallen in love with Twitch and like or with streaming.
Mm.
And, so that's basically kind of it. It was kind of more of just, "Oh, I guess I'll try it," from this originally from this place of, like, I really want to make content. I
Mm.
really want to make, people smile and make people laugh and be able to do that. And so it all just kinda came from that same place.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really vibe with that.
Yeah,
I've actually much the same. Like ever since high
nice.
school, always wanted to do YouTube. I was very inspired by like PewDiePie and
Nice.
YouTubers and stuff. So what I always wanted to do, and I even tried doing it, as I mentioned before, and like just didn't realize the amount of effort it took at the
Oh, yeah,
time, and it burned me out. And then I just kind of benched it and left it, and
yeah.
thought that eh.
Yeah,
um,
that's fair.
and then now, nearly 10 years later, or probably more, 8 years later, I've picked up streaming and doing the exact same thing, and building it a little bit slower this time. So, in your streams, what's been your favorite moment so far?
So it's not a moment, but rather moments. So I get into these, what we call on my stream moods. And, what this mood could be is me being either is basically me being out of control entirely and, like, nobody can tame me, I'm so crazy. It's usually out of, like, something happened that was frustrating, and so I played off of that. I played off of, like, the anger and frustration and made jokes about it, and then it became this whole thing just spiraling out of control into these crazy jokes. And I also get into positive moods where I'm so excited and happy that I just can't stop. So, those are my favorite moments because of the interaction with chat during those moments. Like, it's wonderful, it's really fun to interact with chat in that way and sometimes they're like, "No, no, Lemon, no, don't do that, don't do that." And it's like, I'm, like, doing it anyway, so
I'm gonna do it.
exactly. So it's really fun to have those moments with my viewers. So yeah, definitely.
What's a time that you've stuffed up or failed, and what have you done to learn from that?
So ashamed of myself. Very recently. I'm talking like last week. I streamed for an hour and a half with no mic. I'm not kidding. Not 5 minutes, not 15 minutes, not even half an hour, no, 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 no. An hour and a half with no mic. Now, to be fair, it was because my mic wasn't working, it wasn't because, like, I just didn't have it on,
Yep.
but I still should have checked. I should have noticed that my mic wasn't working. It took some person that I'd never met before coming in and being like, "Are we supposed to be hearing you?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no." It was really yeah, that was it was interesting, and I utilized the frustration from that and launched it to get me into one of those moods and made everything really fun, so it actually ended up being okay,
Yeah, cool.
but it was a failure that turned into fun.
Well, that's good. That's a good way to like flip it and just like work it
Yeah.
in your favor. But an hour, that's like, and
Yeah, it's a lot.
and like you've got a video camera too, so like
It's
people would
so
have been sitting there just watching you talk to yourself.
I was like, "Oh, it's just a really quiet stream, no biggie," and I'm like, "I bet people just came in and are like, nobody's talking. Okay, fine, we're just gonna leave, not interesting." I'm like, "Well, no wonder it was so quiet, like, I wasn't saying anything to them." So, like, it
uh,
was yeah, it was a learning experience, and now I'm, like, religious. I'm like, "Okay, I've gotta check every single time, make sure are the mic levels working,"
yeah,
so
I do that as well because it's with my blue mic for Yeti mic for whatever reason. When I turn my computer on for the first time, the mic is off. Like I have to
Mhm.
unplug it and plug it back in again for it to actually register that it's plugged
Oh
in.
my god.
So like consistently for the first like 2 months of me streaming, for the first 5 minutes, like people would jump in the chat and say, "Hey," I'd be like, "Hey," and they'd be like, "We can't hear you," and I was like, "Ah, damn it!" And then I got to redo my intro like to them and like say hello to them all
Oh.
again.
Exactly, reread chat again because 'cause you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I was responding this way to this chat, oh
Yeah.
god." Yeah, that's rough,
Uh,
that's rough.
what is the greatest thing you've learnt from streaming?
So, the greatest thing I've learned from streaming is actually something I've learned about myself, which is, basically, I always thought I was a pretty lazy person, that I would never be much of a hard worker when it came to anything because I never was.
Hmm.
Like, when it came to school or when it came to work, like, I never was one to go above and beyond and do that because I didn't wanna put in the time, I didn't wanna put in the work. So I just kind of, like, was kinda felt defeated, like, I'm just this lazy person. But then when I found streaming and as you know, streaming takes a long time. There's a lot of hours that are put into it, and outside and in stream, there's so much work that needs to be done, and it just requires so much thought and effort. And it taught me that I absolutely am not a lazy person. I just didn't find the right thing.
That's
So it
excellent.
taught me stuff about myself basically, and that has been wonderful. So
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. It's
yeah.
always good to like if you've got something you're focused on and you really enjoy, then it's easy to focus on that, and it doesn't be. It's not work. It's like it's just what you enjoy doing, and
Exactly, yeah,
yeah,
and I treat it like work. I
mm,
it's like when I set times for, stream schedules, like, if somebody asks me if I can do something, I say, "No, I'm streaming that day, how about we schedule it for this day?" Like, I actually try to treat it as if it's a job, and to me, that kinda helps with my mindset of really getting work done and getting things done, but I still love it, like, it's still, like, a passion and a hobby, but treating it somewhat like a job kinda helps me keep things in order, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. I try to do the same thing. What motivates you to stream?
Uh, well, largely the people.
Yep.
Honestly, the people and my enjoyment and, like, meeting new people and talking to people, just having fun with them. It's really refreshing to meet new people who come into your chat and are just really nice, friendly, genuine people,
Yeah.
and it really gives you a lot of faith in humanity, which I think sometimes we need that. We
Yeah.
don't have that all the time,
Mm.
and so it's really nice to see that on Twitch, and, yeah, I love the people. So
Yeah.
I if nothing else, coming onto stream to talk to people and to have fun on that's what really does it for me.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, sometimes my best streams are ones where I'm just chatting, like
Yeah,
where you're just talking to people and just having a good time. Not even
absolutely.
playing a game. Like sometimes I remember, I think you might have been there. I was playing Medieval Dynasty, and then like everyone was chatting so much, I ended up just pausing the game and just I
Yeah.
was just chatting.
I think that was, like, one of the first times I met you,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 'cause it was my chat was going off, and I was like, I can't concentrate on the game. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna have to talk to everyone.
Pick one or the other, not both. You can't have
Yeah,
both.
I can't do both. I'm just incapable of doing multitasking. So, what's some advice you'd give to fellow streamers who may be just starting out?
Make connections. Make genuine connections. Don't go into people's channels and plug yourself and then leave.
Mm,
Don't do that. No. Go into like find streamers who are playing games that you are interested in and just talk to them. Be a part of their chat. Don't mention that you're a streamer. Don't do any of that. Just like become actual genuine friends and make connections with these people. And I've found that like 9 times out of 10 eventually something will come up where it'll be like, "Oh yeah, I stream as well." And so then you make it so you've already had this genuine connection and now they want to support you because you have this connection.
yep.
So the biggest advice I have is definitely just take time to meet other people in a very positive and genuine way. Definitely not just for self gain, but to make connections. So.
Yeah, oh, I love that. That's really, really good advice. All right, so this is another question I've added to that list that I haven't told you about. But who would you recommend for Streamer of the Week?
Oh, that's a good question.
And
Oh, that's a really good question. I
it
have a
doesn't have to
lot of
be
people
obvious,
I know.
like probably not anyone too big, but like obviously within your community. And
Yeah.
who would you say has got a good community, is like very nice, doing really well, and would be a good Streamer of the Week?
Huh. So there's somebody I know who has a very different type of stream than me. It's much more of a like PG type stream. There's not as much cursing or anything on that stream as there
Not
is
as
on
much
mine. Mine's
chaos.
yeah, exactly. Mine's a little bit more R-rated, but they're really a good person, and their name is Bubsy Wub, and they're one of the first connections I ever made on Twitch.
Yep.
So that would actually you'd probably get some good insight from them if you wanted to talk to them. So
Yeah. I actually I am familiar with Busby Wub.
oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
You've been on their channel,
I've been in their
probably.
channel. I think they've been in my channel as well.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
through you. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
I'll definitely look into them as well. When would be the best time for someone to catch a stream?
Monday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I usually stream anywhere from 4 to 7 hours. So there you go, quick and
Easy,
easy.
nice and easy. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Well, that's all the questions we've got today.
cool.
So thank you, Lemon Cult Games, Jen,
Thank you.
for being in this interview today. It's good to have
Oh,
you here. You've had some really good insight. So everybody who's watching this today, go ahead and give Lemon Cult Games a follow on Twitch. She is a really good streamer. Like as I said before, really bubbly personality. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to give Quicksave Gaming a subscribe and like this video to support the page and the channel and what I'm doing here. And feel free to check me out on my Twitch, the Jury 94. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time for next week's Stream of the Week. Bye.
bye.
Hello, good sir.
Sincere apologies.
My sincere apologies indeed. It's the crying that gets me, really. Their misery makes me laugh. Oh, hell yeah, lubricant! Give me the lubricant! I want the lubricant! God. Oh, Jesus Christ. You have your hand up your own ass? I don't understand. First of all, the way he died, yikes. Second, why? Just why? I'm moving his body because it disturbs me greatly. Oh, I forgot you can move bodies. Wait, I gotta do something. I gotta do something. Nick. 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 Nick, take the body. Nick. Nick, you can take the body now, you know? What do you think? Do you like it? Is it a good present? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh god. This is he's like, I can't believe I'm putting up with your bullshit. How do you like that? Do you like the body? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. I just can't help it, you know? Assassin's Creed NPCs just tend to randomly go accurate.
If it's a fight you see,
I'm sorry. I don't know. 600 meters. Excuse me, I live in America. We don't use meters, okay? What even are meters? Oh. Is that a type of, like, nut or something? Like,